Hi, welcome to Forest Nevada. My name is Chris Ryan. Today's video is all about the takeaway, how your trail arm should work, how you can improve it, and all you're going to need is your putter cover. So hopefully a putter cover is something that all of you should have to hand. We're just going to place this one on the ground for the moment because we're going to come to how we're going to use that a little bit later. So we're talking about the trail arm. In this case for me it's my right arm. And we're really just looking at how it moves away from the golf ball and what it actually does. Now we're going to group this into kind of three categories. We're going to talk about a trail arm which stays too extended. We're going to talk about a trail arm which bends. And then we're going to talk about hopefully what we're looking for, which is a trail arm which folds. So first of all, let's just go through what each of those are and what we're looking for and what we're maybe not looking for. So the first one you really want to try and avoid is one where the trail arm stays far too straight in your takeaway. So that would be the golfers who are maybe starting with this trail arm locked out. And as they move the club away, it stays very, very straight. Now, what I would tend to see, almost the fault here is very often we get the head moving towards the target as a result of that. So that might look a little bit more like this. So as that trail arm stays very, very straight, it's very easy for me to start my head moving towards the target. You can hopefully see how that looks like a very almost awkward upper body position, and from here it's very, very difficult to control the golf club and its movement. You'll also notice that the golf club tends to be very hooded, and again it looks almost that my shoulders are on too steep of an angle as I move that club away, so my lead shoulder is far too low relative to my trail shoulder. So this would be something I do see, maybe not the most common fault, but this is something we definitely want to try and avoid. The second one we talked about was an arm or a trail arm which bends. And we're just going to go through exactly what that might look like. So this would be, for me, something which is a little bit more common. I see a few more golfers falling into this category. And their takeaway might look a little bit more like this, where you can see how the trail arm is definitely bent, but my elbow has worked very quickly in behind me. What that's really caused is it's caused my left arm to get pulled very much across my chest. From here, we're probably going to find the golfer gets very, very low with the arm swing. They get very, very flat with the arms. It's very difficult for them to get into a very good position at the top. They don't really get that trail arm into the position we would like it at the top. As I say, that one tends to be a little bit more common. So let's just go through those two. We had a trail arm which was staying too straight, and we had a trail arm which was bending. What we would like to have is a trail arm which is folding, which is a very, very different movement. So if I quickly show you what that might look like, that would be a trail arm which is beginning to fold this way. So yes, there is a little bit of bend, but along with that bend, there is some fold. That keeps my elbow a little bit more in front of me, and it starts to get my right arm or my trail arm to rotate externally, which is what we would like. How's the head cover going to help? Very, very simple. If I take this head cover, and the smaller the better, so putter cover is great, maybe something off your rescue if you carry one, and you're just going to place this as high as you can under your trail arm. And you're going to find, hopefully, that with that head cover there, you're really promoted to make the correct movement away. I've got some pressure between the upper arm and the head cover, keeping it in place, but my elbow is beginning to fold and point more down towards the ground. If I try and keep my trail arm too straight, I'm going to find that very, very difficult to keep the head cover in, as you see there. And then again, the other one, if I retract that arm too far behind me, again, it's going to be very difficult for me to keep that head cover in. So just having that head cover there really makes it very difficult to do the moves that we're trying to avoid. Therefore, it's promoting the right kind of move. So a really, really simple exercise, and you can imagine you can do this at home or at the driving range, is actually just to place that head cover under your arm and just make some rehearsals away from the golf ball. I feel how my trail arm is starting to fold and rotate into this position here. You can see that my palm would be facing the camera over there, and that's really what we're looking for. So as I start to turn my upper body and torso and rotate my body, I'm starting to fold this trail arm, a little bit of bend, but the key thing is we've got rotation as well. That allows the elbow to be a little bit more in front of me, and I'm much, much more likely to find a position at the top that we would like to be in. If you're working on your takeaway and you think this drill might help you, go ahead and hit some golf balls, but let's just focus on the takeaway. So I would actually get you to, just chip the ball, maybe some 30, 40 yards initially, because that allows you just to move the club into this first position. So a very, very short swing, a short shot, but it enables me to focus a little bit more on what I'm actually trying to do, which is work on my first move away from the golf ball. We do not hit the ball with a takeaway, absolutely appreciate that, but I see lots of golfers falling into some poor movements early on, which then lead on to other faults during the downswing, and that can often lead to those poorer shots, which miss the fairway, miss the green, and cause your scores to be too high. So just a simple head cover. Make sure you're aware of those 3 movements you could have. Make sure you work on getting into that correct movement, that right arm, that trail arm fold, and I think you're going to get your golf swing off to a much, much better start. Thank you for watching. Hopefully that's helpful to you. All the usual stuff is down below. Comments box, like button, and there's also a link to subscribe as well. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click that link. Notifications when I upload just means you won't miss any of the content. Thank you again for watching, and we shall see you again soon.